Hi family, Vibrant here. So I just wanted to drop a quick video, just quickly discussing a few things. So we know that the Taurus new moon is coming. The Taurus new moon allows us time to truly reflect on what it is that we want. Throughout this time I've written some notes, so I will be looking over, so I'll just read through a few of the notes just so you can get an overview of the types of energies that we'll be experiencing, the types of tasks that we can do in this time that can help us, a few little health tips as well, and yeah, so I'll just read through a few of the notes. So the new moon will bring about the feeling of a need for change. This time of solitude will allow you to explore what you really want and what you really want to do. Okay? So you can start making lists, get inspired for your future outside of this quarantine. Yeah? Also, patience is an overall energy for this new moon. Okay? So this new moon is taking place for us in the UK on the 23rd of April at 3:25 a.m. No, you don't need to stay up to do that, but what you can do is prep. So maybe leading up to getting to sleep and doing your evening routine, you could set yourself a lovely bath, for the ladies, divine feminine, divine masculine bath. Burn some lovely incense, sit down with a pen and paper and just start mapping out the things that you want to do. This is where you start setting your intentions. This is a brilliant time to set intentions. Okay, it's like where the moon and Taurus are so close together right now. It's almost like you almost can't even see the moon. It's like a crescent. It sort of almost looks like an eclipse even. Kind of makes the moon look kind of invisible from where we're looking. And due to these changes in the cosmos, it's bringing about a feelings of change, wanting to move things forward, but also a huge feeling of standstill. And we know that across the world, that is what's happening. The world is at a standstill while we're all in quarantine, going through this COVID-19, trying to reduce the spread. So there's a lot of this social distancing happening. So I do understand that there is a lot of this feeling of standstill, but what it's actually doing is aiding us to go within, not to focus so much on things that we need to do for our outer world, but the stuff that we can do for our inner world. So that's the stuff that will bring us inner peace, bring us happiness and fulfillment, because we all have a purpose here, and we just need to find that purpose. Okay, so one of the other things that this sort of new moon will bring about is in this time there'll be a huge need for stability, and we're going to also it's going to help us to be able to accept the changes that's happening in our lives. This will allow us not to be so frustrated with the things that we can't necessarily change right now, as in being able to be free to socialize and to go around our friends and our families and then enjoy each other's company in the physical, because we are social distancing. But this time will allow us to build patience, accept the things that we cannot physically change, but then start looking at the things that we can change, tangible things. That's why we start writing our lists of the things that we want to achieve in the next year, next month. You don't have to set long-term goals. You can set pretty short-term goals and start working your way up, but it's brilliant to start setting yourself some intentions, and then after you set those intentions, you start looking at breaking it down So out of that list of the things that I've said I want to achieve, or I want to bring about, or I want to draw into my life, like for instance, I want to draw more opportunities to connect with more clients. So I can say that on a spiritual level, I can put that out there, I can pray about it, I can put my energy into a space of manifestation to bring about the traffic. But also what I can do is to put myself out there. I can put posts, I can make ads, I can do videos, you see what I mean? There's things that I can tangibly do to propel myself forward. So that's the general energy. We also have here right, so just to put it out there, this new moon also will find us in a state of, like I was saying, that standstill. It just means that within this time, certain things that we have planned might be on pause or slow down. There might be a slight delay. And these slight delays are going to be unexpected due to that sort of, the moon is very close to Uranus. Uranus is a very unpredictable planet. And it's going to be bringing random sort of acts coming up. So random things may happen, random halts in plans. So be aware of that. Just take some time and also just allow for some time. Don't put any concrete plans into action. But it's now a time is about formulating plans and putting things down, but not necessarily about putting everything into fruition right this minute. You're just starting to lay the seeds right now. It's like building the foundation. Basically, that's where we're at, is building the foundation, setting the intentions, sowing the seeds. Okay, that's the energy. Also, we've got Saturn is also close to the moon at this time as well. So Saturn is a very illuminating planet. It's very it tends to magnetize everything, highlight things. So the feelings of so if you're in quarantine, if you are in partnerships, for some people there might be an issue around feeling really upset or discontented that you're not able to go out and socialize and do things with your significant other. There's no spontaneity. You want some adventure. It's getting a bit boring, a bit samey. And for the singles, this quarantine time, the Saturn's going to be drawing out that sort of energy of, we can't even meet anybody new. What am I going to be able to offer? Who's going to be able to offer me anything in this time? And what this time is allowing us to do is to draw upon what we already have, our resources, dig a little bit deeper into who we are, look at our shadows, continue with our healing, because we're doing very well as a collective. I can feel the pull and I can feel the shift. I can feel the shift in the energy. So family, keep it going, okay? Just know that this is the best time to start setting them intentions. Get a pen and paper out, burn some incense, put on some lovely tones, and just connect with yourself, connect with spirit, and start thinking, what would you like to do? Start seeing yourself in the positions that you want to be in. Start visualizing yourself in places that you want to be in, countries that you want to visit, the types of business that you want to be involved in, the type of business deals that you want to be facilitating, events. Whatever it is that's within you to do, start manifesting it by seeing it first. Write it down, visualize, get into that feeling space, start acting like it is already. And this is what I mean about formulating, sowing the seeds, okay? So start off with a nice positive vibration, okay? Before I go, I'm just gonna get into a little bit of supporting energy. I'm just gonna ask for 2 cards for a supporting energy for this Taurus new moon. For the collective here. Look at this. Okay, so we have, you see things clearly now. Okay, so within this time you're going to be able to look at things, see things, have time for introspection so that we'll be able to see things clearly. This even is clairvoyancy, dreaming, seeing things in your mind eye. Freedom is yours. So this is seeing yourself as not being shackled or not being trapped, knowing that this is just a time for introspection, keeping ourselves safe, and we are indeed free. Everything is in the mind. Okay, last but not least, spirit has your back. So just remember that, family. Spirit